John,
That's right. Thank you. Deputy Commissioner. And thank you.
Just in front end.
That's all right. I don't wait for the phone for them. Very happy face sometimes. Good morning. I was ready since 9 o'clock. Waiting for you guys.
Good morning. Good morning, Madam Secretary. And good morning to our esteemed Deputy Minister, Commissioner NCC, 𝐷𝐼𝐴𝐚, representing CRC, UNICEF, Parliamentary, and joining forces. Good morning, all of us. And we want to welcome you all to 2028. And in doing so, as we want to start the program, I will kindly ask two of the representatives from the National Commission for Children to lead us in prayers. Mrs. 𝐁𝐢𝐨 and Mr. 𝐅𝐢𝐫𝐬𝐿.
Good morning, everybody. I'm protocol officer. Will you please join me as we acknowledge the presence of God in our midst. Our Father and our God, we thank you. We bless you. We honor you. We give you all the glory and all the praise. We thank you for this is the day that you have made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. As we are gathered here this morning to witness the launching ceremony of the strategic plan of the National Commission for Children, we invite your presence in our midst, Lord. We ask you, Lord, to take control, guide and direct us in all that we're going to do here today. We give you all the honor and all the praise. We want to take this opportunity, dear Lord, to thank you for all what you've been doing for the Commission, all what you're going to do for us. We give you honor and praise. We also want to lift up our well-wishers, our supporters, our donors and partners, for all the support they have been giving us throughout the years. We pray that we all continue, Lord, to join forces as we fulfill the mandate of the Commission. Let your name be glorified, let your name be praised. We thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم اجعلني من التوابين واجعلني من التطهيرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب الشرار ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحانك ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والصلاة والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Let's recite the Fatiha. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن
Thank you. As we have honored God by inviting His presence here, we want to start the program proper. And now I want to introduce to us the individual, the person that is going to sail us through this activity. He is a young man, hailed from the rural district, Western Area Rural District. Our chairperson journey through education began at Achievers Primary School, where he laid a foundation for his academic pursuits. Continuing his quest for knowledge, he honed the skill at the School of Excellence for Basic Education before graduating from St. Clement's Senior Secondary School, solidifying his senior secondary school education. Our chairperson is a passionate child activist with an extensive understanding of child's rights, girls' empowerment, and climate change. He has actively contributed to various roles within the Children's Forums Network, a prominent child-led organization in Sierra Leone, serving at both national and district levels. Currently, he is holding the prestigious position of the president of the Children's Forum Network. Mahmoud, as some of us may know, is also representing youth and children on the Youth Voice from critical platforms, including Child Rights Coalition, the Male Adolescent Rep at Save the Children Project Steering Committee on Sexual and Reproductive Health Rights, a member of the Plan International Global Youth Influence Group, and a youth advisor for the Western Area Rural District Council Committee on Child Welfare. In addition to his academic journey, our chairperson is currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in pharmaceutical studies at the College of Medicine and Allied Health Science, University of Sierra Leone, furthering his commitment to making a positive impact in society. With a wealth of experience and a fervent dedication to social causes, our chairperson embodies the spirit of leadership, activism, making him a fitting guide for today's proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, can you kindly join me in welcoming Mr. Mahmoud Bari, our chairperson for today.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, Her Excellency, the First Lady. Of course, today I'm seeing very beautiful people. I don't know how the commission used to do it, but they just have this kind of way of mixing people from different sectors to a program. This is the same kind of taste we had during the child governance event at V2. Thank you very much for the team. Her Excellency, the First Lady, Honorable Deputy Minister, and the UNICEF Deputy Country Representative, and our representative from the Parliamentary Committee on Gender. Of course, we have Mr. Sagan, the Country Director for World Vision and Coordinator for the UN for Sierra Leone, and we have our Deputy Commissioner, and lots of other very people. I want to tell you that I'm very happy to be here today, and to also steer the ship as we move further. And that was a very beautiful introduction done by the person who introduced me. One thing he missed out is also I served as the district president for CFN in the Western Area Rural District Waterloo. So I come from Waterloo. Yes, because they are the land of my fish and capital operation. Yes. So I'm very happy to be with you once again, and we are going to have a very wonderful session as we launch the strategic plan for the National Commission for Children. And as all of us are aware, the Commission is the body that is one of the key institutions that run the mandates for children affairs, because according to the Child Rights Act, they are responsible to make sure the implementation of international instruments, especially the UNCRC, the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of Children, and even our domestic laws, the Child Rights Act and the Sexual Offences Act, being implemented for children in this country. So they are one of the most important institutions, because if we don't nurture the children very well, then we are not going to have a successful future. So it is very important to have a institution like this to make sure issues of children are pushed further. And once again, I want to say I'm very happy to be with you. And can I please kindly call on the ambassador for the U.S. Embassy to please come and take the high table? Okay, the representative from the U.S. Embassy. Do we have him here already? Okay, not yet. All right. Okay, he's on his way. And so he's here already. Okay, he's on his way. All right, no problem. So we are going to have a welcome and the purpose for this session today. Someone from the Commission is going to tell us why we are here. Of course, I already told you we are here for the launch of the Commission strategic plan. But we need a more in-depth knowledge and also somebody to welcome us and make us feel free and also feel safe as we are here today. Please let us welcome somebody from the National Commission for Children to come forward and give us a welcome address. Let's put our hands together for the person. Our commissioner, wow. So I already missed that we're going to have a commissioner to give the welcome address. So our commissioner is a mother to me, and I believe to all the children who are here today. And she's been very supportive to the Children's Forum Network and very, very passionate when it comes to issues of children. So we are happy to have her as our commissioner. For the past few years, we've been together, and let us put our hands together for our own sake. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mahmoud. Like you said, you are always my son, and all the children of Sierra Leone, and their mothers, some call me Grandma, some call me Auntie Joyce, but I love you all. Our beloved First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Your Excellency, Dr. Fatima Mabio, good morning. Honorable Deputy Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Honorable Member of the Parliamentary Committee on Gender and Children's Affairs, UNICEF Deputy Country Representative, Chairperson Joining Forces for Children, Country Directors from different institutions, Chairperson or Representative of the Child Rights Coalition, my beloved children, and our noble guests, good morning to you all. On behalf of the National Commission for Children, I warmly welcome you all to this official launch of the Commission's 5-year strategic plan, ranging from 2024 to 2029. As you all may be aware, the National Commission for Children was established by an Act of Parliament in 2007, resulting from recommendations in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report of 2004 to protect and promote the rights of children in Sierra Leone. However, the NCC became operational in 2014 and has since been working assiduously to fulfill its statutory mandate. In light of the aforementioned, the lack of a strategic direction to guide its operation will render the Commission ineffective. Therefore, a plan that is technically appropriate, with clear strategic directions and smart indicators is required. Over the past months, almost a year or so, in fact, we have had constructive and systematic engagements with relevant stakeholders who deal with issues related to the promotion and protection of children's rights, as well as their development and welfare in this country. This has been a rigorous process, with the start of a desk review carried out and backed up with conduct of interviews with key informants, state and non-state partners as part of the consultation. This included our child protection partners, NGOs, international NGOs, MDAs, and local council partners. Also, a specific and special consultative meeting was held with the children of Sierra Leone to ensure their views are heard and incorporated into this document. The NCC has meticulously crafted a new strategic plan, a compass that will guide our actions, decisions, and impact for the next 5 years. This plan is not merely a document. It is our roadmap to a better future, a blueprint for progress. It will guide the Commission to align its work with its mandate without any overlap or duplication with other actors. Furthermore, it will give a sense of direction to the Commission with an inclusive approach to its work without leaving anyone behind. Our slogan is "Leave no one behind." This morning, I'm going to highlight some of the objectives of this plan, as it is being anchored on 6 main pillars as follows. 1. Policy and legal framework to protect children's rights. 2. Coordination and integrated response for protection and service delivery. 3. Empowerment of children through child participation. Here also, all child protection agencies will agree with us that we actually want to increase the level of participation of children in activities that are related to them. When you want to work with the children, you plan with them. So from the onset of this development of this document, we have been working side by side with the children. Research, information, monitoring, and evaluation. 5. Emerging cross-cutting issues. Nowadays, we have problems with climate change. All of us can bear witnesses that the weather is so hot. So we need to start talking about it at that young level of the children. Let them understand how they should protect their environment. Finally, we have to talk about the NCC institutional capacity building. Our strategic plan transcends routine management. It is a bold declaration and unwavering commitment to dismantle the structural barriers that perpetuate discrimination and inequality against and amongst children. We aim to create lasting change, not just for today, but for generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Madam First Lady, Deputy Minister, our esteemed colleagues, and honored guests, today, as we gather here to launch this document, this marks a crucial moment in our journey, a moment of vision, a moment of purpose and collective commitment. I am filled with anticipation and enthusiasm. We stand on the precipice of change, ready to embark on a transformative path. As we launch this plan, these clear reminders our success hinges on collective action. We all must come together to work for our children, the government, the civil society. On the side of the government, you can see the commitment from the First Lady. She is here, deputizing her husband. And we all know a couple of days ago, the Commission was with the President in his office to showcase what the children did in Singapore on the robotic challenge. For those of you that don't know, our children in Sierra Leone came 6th out of 100 African countries and 50th position out of 192 countries that participated in that challenge. So I think we need a more round of applause. So like I said, it's this collective responsibility from the government, the civil society, international partners. You see a host of them here that is showing their commitment. Private sector partners, all play pivotal roles for us to achieve our goals. Together we can turn these aspirations into reality. Once more, I say welcome and wish you all a wonderful time here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to our Commissioner. Of course, she touched on many things as she gave the welcome address. She talks around climate change. Of course, we all can be a witness that climate change is one of the emerging issues currently that is already a global concern. And the Parliamentary Agency released a press release a few days back to warn us about the climate, the hotness of our weather in the country. So, which means it is very important. So, she also spoke about catch them when they are young. So, I think if we really want to tackle the issue of climate change, then we need to invest more on the young ones, because we could nurture the idea of protecting our environment, our trees, and finding alternative ways of dumping our waste, then it is very important that we will continue with that kind of knowledge. So when we grow up, it is very easy that we can participate in protecting our environment. But if the idea is not there when you are young, then it becomes difficult. This is the reason why we are struggling now. We have elders who already knows that this is a problem, it's becoming a concern, but yet still we see lots of deforestation happening, we see lots of waste resources. People can throw debt in the gutter just like that without even finding ways to preserve them. We have lots of plastic waste going to the sea without alternative ways of recycling. So this is becoming a problem, and I thank the Commission for thinking around climate change into the new plan, and also for extensively consulting children throughout the process. Because the Commission works on issues of children, so it will be a problem if they work in isolation without bringing policies to the children. So this was the plan. The consultation started way back, and we participated extensively right across the country, and here, even during the validation a few days back, I was held at the City Hall. Thank you very much to the Commission for that. And now we are going for statements. We are going to receive our first statement from the Chairperson for the Child Rights Coalition, who is here represented by the Treasurer of the Coalition, to give us a brief statement. Mr. 𝐼𝐚𝐴. Sorry. Before we go for statement, I think I missed one of the agendas, which is supposed to somebody from the Commission to give us insight into the new strategic plan. So before we have statements, we're going to welcome our Deputy Commissioner to give us an insight of the program, so we can turn this way and follow through the presentation. Thank you very much.
Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Senegal, Madam Fatima Jabinu, Honorable Minister, Madam Commissioner, representative for the Child Rights Coalition, Deputy Country Representative of UNICEF, Honorable Member of Parliament, representing the Gender and Children's Committee, and our street partners, the coordinator of the joint forces, who doubles also as country director of the Commission, colleague country directors here, resident heads of institution. Also welcome you to this strategic plan launch. The role here is to give you just a brief insight into the document. Most of you are privy of it because you've already contributed to this document. But I will endeavor to give you just a brief insight into some time, and we'll have copies both electronic and then hard copies, maybe all cannot get hard copies. Now we will send to your offices. Because this, as my commissioner put it, it's a document that we want to work with all, leaving no one behind. First of all, I want to give you a background of the commission, for those who may not know. The TRC let us a rich report which has very good recommendations, and if implemented, which a lot of it, many of those recommendations have been implemented by the government, and one of those were the establishment of the National Commission for Children. So our commission was born out of provisions of those TS reports, and our vision, what we want to see, and I guess it resonates with most other visions from other countries, child focus on child protection agencies, working here in Sierra Leone. In Sierra Leone, we are children as if prioritize their opinions, respected, and have opportunity to develop their fullest potentials. I think I know quite a few of, especially at child protection NGOs, their visions and missions. So I think it's just aligned with this very well. We want to ensure we promote and protect the rights of children, and as well advocate for their welfare. That's very key in the child protection. And we also want to see how we can collectively collaborate for the late and monitor the implementation of the UNCRC, that's the Convention on the Rights of the Child, the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of Children, and also oversee the implementation of Part 3 of the Child Rights Act 2007. Let me to say here that a lot of advocacy was put into passing the new Child Rights Bill 2023, and I think it was not passed, but the Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs committed together with child protection partners, and we made that plea in front of our honorable parliamentarians that the law really needs to be passed urgently. So, but unfortunately, we want to bring your protest, also add your voice so that the Child Rights Bill 2023 will be passed into law. Our core values, of course, is also resonates with many of your institutions here. So you see alignment with the document. Compassionate and the best interest of the child. That is key. Whatever we do, it is in the best interest of the child. 2, integrity and accountability. We also look at diversity and inclusion. My commissioner just said, leaving no one behind. So we want to ensure that everyone is inclusive and leaving no one behind. And then partnership and teamwork. This is very key. This is why most of you were invited here and we participated in the development of the document itself. And then, we do not stop there. We will still try to build that partnership to ensure we implement what is in this document, the activities, so that we can all achieve the results towards the vision that we can all achieve. Functions of the Commission. One of the main functions given to us by our mandate, which is the 2007 Act, is to monitor and coordinate the implementation of the CRC, as I've said, the African Charter, and the Rights and Welfare of Children. Also to oversee the implementation of Part 3 of the CRC, that is the Child Rights Act 2007. And we are hoping that the new Act will give us additional mandates that's already there. This covers parental and state responsibilities to children, including but not limited to birth registration, their rights to parental property, issues related to child labor, early marriages, equality and non-discrimination, promote participation to ensure they are protected from inhuman and degrading treatment, domestic violence, rape, sexual exploitation, and all other forms of abuses against children. We also advise government on policies aimed at improving the conditions of children in Sierra Leone, which is compatible to all those legal framework. We also have additional functions. We undertake progressive study and review of the principles of the best interest of the child. We contribute to the process of distribution of authorities. We also seek mobilize support towards the implementation of all legal frameworks, and also engage in advocacy for a just and progressive system of juvenile justice. My commissioner did mention thematic areas in the plan. And I also want to reiterate that we have carefully looked at this and we think that these thematic areas will actually advance the rights, promote the welfare of children in Sierra Leone. Policy legal legislative framework to protect children. That's one of the key things. We want to say we have very good legal framework to protect children. We also want to see those laws speaking to each other. We also want to look at coordination, communication, and reporting mechanisms for integrated response services. There's also a pillar of empowering the children as right holders to monitor and advocate for the rights. That's to actually foster child participation. We also want to engage in wide range of monitoring, research, and information management systems. We want to have to see where we can have relevant data actually updated on a regular basis of issues related to children in this country. We want to strengthen the capacity of the National Commission of Children. This is key. If our capacity is not strengthened, then we cannot deliver our mandate. And as a commission, that's one of the things. We want to thank the government for what we've done so far. We think we need more to be done so that we can cover the entire breadth of this country. We also looked at emerging cross-cutting issues, climate change, tech and innovation, issues related to child labor, trafficking, domestic workers, child abuse, STDV, and cybercrime. We all know most of these things, and I imagine moving children from this country to other countries in terms of domestic work. We also look at the issue of the use of cyberspace. There's a lot of cybercrime and it has an impact on children. The policy development and the NCC strategic plan is astute and focused leadership. That one is key. We also have we want to ensure local ownership. It means we want to go down to community level to ensure that the beneficiaries and stakeholders and take and take on everything that we also want to look at participation of all our children as a partnership. We want every hand to be on them to protect their next generation. Because what we do today will affect our country tomorrow. So what we capture them young, grow them to responsible citizens, obviously development of the country. Result focused to ensure efficiency and effectiveness in the implementation process. We talk about partnership, which is always key. And we want to thank our partners and for working with us all the time. Accountability, transparency, and above all, the best interest of the child. And we were able to look at the SWOT analysis. What will be our strengths? What are the weaknesses? What are the opportunities to support us, and what are the threats? So one of the strengths we think we have, and it's out there as a country, it's the political will. The political will is available. We've seen it displayed many times. We've seen first gentleman prioritizing children in human capital development. We also see the government implementing programs that support children. So there's a high political will to support children's issues in the country. We also have a dedicated and committed leadership team. We also have progressive policies and laws in place, which is very much key. We want to look at the sexual offences, how strong it is currently, and thanks to First Lady and the rest of the partners who try to push that through, especially the implementation. We also have strong operational and fiscal management policies. And we look at the weaknesses. The NCC has inadequate staffing and operational logistics. We are only present in 2 regions, which is the north and the south, then in the west. it's also a region. We still have 2 more regions to cover, and almost 10 to 11 districts to go. That makes it a very much a tedious one for all of us to cover the entire part of this country. We also have operational and logistical challenges, but we want to thank our partners because we've been working through them in those areas where we have not been able to be. I already spoken about the narrow universities nationwide and those operational activities. What are the opportunities? We have huge public interest in children's issues. That one is the being said. We also have build confidence and recognition of the entities. We also have coordinated mechanisms in place for local and international partners. Quite recently, we witnessed the launching of the Joint Forces for Children, which is a London venture. It is there at the international stage, and when it was launched in Sierra Leone, we at the Commission were present, and we are happy about that because we know to go a long way in having a coordinated approach to advancing the rights and welfare of children. We've also seen growing technological awareness, especially through ICT. So ICT will help us to actually achieve on our mandate and also the implementation of this strategic plan. Then we also respect and high visibility of our partners. That is key. That's why we're seeing all these beautiful organizations here of different institutions supporting our drive. The threats: limited resources, limited budgetary allocations, low revenue base, and global economic decline. This one is everywhere, globally. Cultural and traditional practices that limit the provisions interventions, because with that, issues related to non-traditional practices or cultural practices also hinders our ability to. This document is aligned with several other documents, both nationally and regionally. We are aligned with the National Midterm Development Plan 2024-2030. That's a rich document which the government have put together. And if you look at section close to 5.2, there's a lot that has been proposed to children in this country. And this document is aligned with that one. It's also aligned with the UN SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, the African Union Agenda 2063, and also the ECOWAS Vision 2050 and other international and regional instruments which Sierra Leone has signed for children. What do we expect to achieve? At the end of this implementation of this 5-year strategic plan, we hope to have improved policies and legal frameworks in place to protect children's rights in Sierra Leone. We also hope to see improved research and monitoring mechanisms of children's rights issues in Sierra Leone. We also hope to see, or we will see, enhanced institutional and organizational capacity of entities to deliver on its mandate, improve knowledge and awareness of children's rights and responsibility through public education and advocacy, improved coordination and integrated response between and among partners, which is very key, and also improved data information management systems on child rights issues. We know data is very much key to actually supporting policy, formation and actions towards supporting our children. So we want to embark on a lot of research that will inform decisions that will be taken both at local and national levels. We want to see increased participation in government and accountability at local level. And lastly, we want to see improved visibility and accessibility of NCC and its services in all regions and districts. Let me use this to say while developing this document, we were able to look at the risks and assumptions from the question analysis, and these were the things that we looked at that will be risks, and we've already looked at assumptions of things that might happen, and we have put together mitigating measures to ensure that we mitigate those risks, to ensure that this strategic plan is implemented and is in line with achieving its objectives. Basically, as we go along, we continue to monitor, we will continue to do effective monitoring of the ISP implementation, and where necessary for a review will be done in line with the mitigating measures that we put together for the risks that we envisage. Budgetary allocations is very much to us. We can have this document printed with nice activities, very good of the outcomes. The results are all expected, but if you don't have resources to implement this strategic plan, then we will be bound to fail. We don't want to fail, so we want to go to the cost of it. And one thing we want to do is to see how best we will depend on partnerships, both with the government and other actors, to see how we will support us to implement this strategy. We also spoke about partnership, and we work very closely with our parent ministry, which is the Ministry of Gender, 𝐁𝐢𝐨, to see the implementation of this strategy. But for cost, we have cost it at 30 million, 30 million, 627, 500. Of course, the government is making progressive allocations to us as a ministry, as an institution. And we know it is still does not meet that threshold. So we are depending on you, our partners, to come in to see how we can work together, collectively, collaboratively, to achieve the vision or the outcome and results that we have put into this document. Thank you. We have our achievement. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our Deputy Commissioner, Mr. 𝐿𝐴 𝐁𝐢𝐴. Our Deputy Commissioner is new with us at the Commission, but he's been very resourceful, especially to us CFA. He's always there to, you guys have to make sure you have branches in all the schools and all. And I'm happy the Commission captured costs for these activities. But I'm also happy it didn't announce the amounts louder, because somebody might be passing. I think we are sharing money here. Yes, but our Deputy Commissioner spoke of the things briefly around the things that are into the plan. But like I said, we participated a lot during the consultation, so most of these things are already part of us. And I believe most of the child protection partners who are also here participated during the consultation and even the validation. And he spoke around HRIT. Of course, we've been around HRIT for a very long time now, before even the closure of the 6th Parliament, and now we have the 5th Parliament, and now we have the 6th Parliament. I'm happy the representative from the Committee on Gender from the House of Parliament is here. I'm sure he's going to make commitment to it to see how best we can ensure we have the bill passed into law. And we also have our Deputy Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, because they are coordinating the affairs of pushing the bill to Parliament, and the Parliamentary Committee played a proactive role to see how best Parliament can debate it and have a new law that address the issues of children. Of course, the last law that we had, 2007 Child Act, mentioned a lot of things around protecting the rights of children and all, but there are lots and lots of gaps, especially with areas that doesn't speak the language clearly. We have things that are destroying the life of children, but the act was bypassing some of these things. You know, in that act you will see harmful traditional practices, but it is not specific. What are these harmful traditional practices? I believe if we are really serious about protecting our children, then we need to be specific. We need to tell them, we need to let people understand that early genital mutilation against on children is a problem, and we need to also ensure that people understand that early child marriage is a problem, and we need to eradicate it. We are not against the culture of our country and the norms But what we are against is about things that are killing our children and destroying their future. Very recently, I know all of us have heard around the issue that happened in Gambia and I think in Puerto, where little children, girls, was going through the process of FGM and they lost their lives. So these are few of the 1,000 issues that have been happening in our communities, but people have not paid much attention. So it is very important that we as we join forces together, the child protection partners. Of course, we have Her Excellency the First Lady, who is a notable girl rights activist, to join us in this fight. We have the Parliamentary Committee of Gender, and all of the other people who are in here. We can ensure we play our role to see how best the new bill passed to law. So now we're going to have statements. We're going to start with the representative from the Child Rights Coalition by Mr. Fuad, who is the current treasurer of the coalition representing the chairperson. Mr. Fuad, please, you're welcome. And I want to kindly remind you that we have 5 minutes for statements. Let us try to make our statement brief. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Honorable as Deputy Minister, UNICEF, World Vision, other international organizations, Madam Commissioner, and Her Excellency, Madam Fatima Jandibio, Doctor. Good morning. The Child Rights Coalition, which is a civil society arm of organizations that are working towards the development and protection of children, is very, very happy to be part of this particular gathering today. Not because we are only invited, but because we believe the issue of children have been given the importance they deserve, especially in Sierra Leone. I must say the Child Rights Coalition is a civil society coalition that have over 70 members of different organizations, including international and local organizations across the country. And we also want to thank our First Lady for the wonderful work she has been doing in terms of supporting us to work for the girls and children in Sierra Leone. The strategic plan that we just we help not only the NCC but also civil society to be able to guide strategically to look at issues that affect children when it comes to their protection. We will say, as the Child Rights Coalition, we are happy for 3 main areas within the strategic plan. One of them is the issue of policy. We all know the role of the NCC when it comes to the 2007 Child Rights Act and how the Act protects them to ensure that they monitor policies and also advise the ministry on issues and also monitor the reports that the government produces. It is also important that the strategic plan continue to lay out their coordination and reporting mechanisms, which we believe Sierra Leone is lacking behind currently in some specific reports that has to go for Sierra Leone. But also, the issue of child participation is one thing that we as a coalition will be very, very happy to see that the Commission and the Ministry expand on. Because it's not all about talking about the children's rights and their responsibility, but it's also important for we to know what to do for the children and to ensure that we take them through along in areas of their development. We'll continue as a coalition to collaborate with the Commission to work with them so that at the end of the day, not only in Freetown, where the Commission stays, but also we will work with the Commission across the country where we have our different coalition platforms to ensure that this strategy is being monitored. Lastly, a very important note that we see when it comes to children is the little budget that government gives when it comes to children. But unfortunately,
I'm not government.
I know we know you're not government, but we know you can add to the advocacy when it comes to advocating for budgets for not only the commission but the ministry, because without budget it will be very, very, very impossible for the commission to achieve this particular strategic goal. We also want you to join us as you have already started, and we know you have us in good faith in the area of the review of the Child Rights Bill. We believe with the Child Rights Bill we can be able to save more children in Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Mr. Park from the Child Rights Coalition. Now we want to please welcome the next person. And I want to also remind you that we are behind schedule. Let us kindly limit our statements to 3 minutes. We will appreciate if that is possible. I want to now welcome the coordinator for the Grading Forces, Sierra Leone, who is also dubbing as the country director for World Vision, Mr. Sadan Chao. Let's put them together.
Thank you very much, Mahmoud, my best friend. Her Excellency, Dr. Fatima Madabio, the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Honorable Deputy Minister of Gender and Children Affairs, Honorable Member of the Parliamentary Committee on Gender and Children Affairs, the Commissioner of the National Commission for Children, my sister, the Deputy Commissioner of the National Commission for Children, who is still a member of the NGO community, representative or deputy representative of UNICEF, representative of the CRC, representative of development partners, including UN family agencies, representative of CSO, civil society organization, representative of Children Forum Networks, colleagues, dear invitees, all protocol observed. Let me first congratulate the Commissioner, and I want just to share a brief testimony. A couple of years ago, I was in her office with some of my colleagues, and she mentioned about her plan to have the national strategic plan of the NCC revised. And we took commitment to support her. But I'm congratulating her because I don't know by which magic she came with this plan without us coming directly to support her. So sorry, Commissioner, but congratulations for the great work. It showed that we were able to find resources wherever to achieve your objective. Congratulations. In 2017, 6 largest child-focused agencies, Child Fund International, or Child Fund Alliance, Plan International, Save the Children International, SOS Children Village International, Terre des Hommes, Lausanne, and World Vision International joined forces to promote child rights across the world and work to end violence against children. We aim to use our collective effort to accelerate change, to secure children's rights and end violence against them. That is how Joining Forces Alliance at the global level came to birth. And in Sierra Leone, 2 years ago, country directors of Child Fund International, Plan International, Save the Children International, SOS Children Village, and World Vision International came together to set up Joining Forces Alliance Sierra Leone chapter. After 2 years of consultation and hard work, this Joining Forces Alliance Sierra Leone chapter came to be launched, and it was launched on the 1st of February 2024. And Madam Commissioner was part of this official launches. And since then, since 2 years ago, we have been working with the Commission to ensure that together we can promote child rights and work to end violence against children. So Joining Forces is committed to protecting children from harm so that every child has the essential foundation for life in all its fullness. Joining Forces seek to create a protective environment around children such they do not only survive but thrive in their communities. Joining Forces protect children by ensuring that the communities and all other actors are working actively to identify and support children in need, advocate for children's rights, and provide immediate support. At Joining Forces Alliance, we believe that no organization or government working alone can solve child vulnerability. We believe that the only way of working together with children is the one that is sustainable. At every level, from the community to the global level, Joining Forces Alliance member organizations are working with partners from across societies to influence and bring our expertise, our resources to transform children's lives. We value the role, the expertise, the resources of government, faith actors, businesses, and other organizations in addressing child well-being. The National Commission for Children has been a very active partner of all these organizations, these agencies that are members of Joining Forces Sierra Leone chapter. We have worked together in implementing the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. All our agencies have contributed to organizing these activities in support to the Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs and to the support of the NCC. Reaching over 3 million people with prevention and response message. Joining Forces organization has supported also NCC and the Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs to have the voice of the children heard in the review of the Medium-Term National Development Plan 2019-2023. And they have been supporting in the development of the new plan. Our agencies also have been working with the NCC to assess the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on children in Sierra Leone. And recently, in 2023, we have worked with the NCC to assess violence by children. Usually, we all work to end violence against children, but sometimes we lose sight of the aspect that children themselves, because of several reasons, can be actors of violence. And the NCC, Statistics Sierra Leone, supported us to really have these studies, and the result of those studies were shared with all partners, and together with the Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs, we are working to implement the recommendation of that study. Let me end here, Madam Commissioner, Her Excellency, to make on behalf of my peer, Country Director of Child Fund, Save the Children, SOS Children Village, Plan International, and World Vision, make officially the commitment to support the NCC in the implementation of its brilliant strategy. We do believe that the resources, human, technical, financial, are within us, all partners. And it would be just a matter for us coming together and ensuring that we coordinate our efforts to mobilize those resources to put them for the implementation of this plan. On that note, we pray for a successful implementation of this plan, and we do hope that all the objectives will be achieved at the satisfaction of all stakeholders. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saga, for the commitment on behalf of all the members of the joining forces. So, may I please remind our speakers once again that we are far behind schedule. Let us try to limit our speeches to 3 minutes. We will appreciate if that is possible. So, we are going to call on the next person to make a statement. This person is the deputy representative for UNICEF in Sierra Leone, Madam Lee. Let's put hands together for the 30-second period for the next.
Your Excellency, First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Commissioner of the National Commission of Children, Honorable Member of Parliament and Leader of the Committee on Gender and Children in the Parliament, officials of the National Commission for Children, representatives from different government agencies, international development partners, national NGOs, CSOs, and young people in the room. I see a few of you. I hope you were part of this long process. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. It's a pleasure to be here today, and I would like to convey greetings from the representative of UNICEF, Mr. Rudolf Schmidt. But he wanted to convey his personal congratulations to the National Commission for Children on the new National Strategic Plan. The establishment of the National Commission for Children was a very important milestone in the implementation of the Child Rights Act of 2007 and the promotion of child participation on issues that affect their rights and welfare, for which UNICEF, in collaboration with government of Sierra Leone and civil society partners, was instrumental. Monitoring and reporting on children's issues is one of the pillars of the protective environment for children, as it will raise awareness on child rights issues in the country. Monitoring and reporting on children's rights and issues will bolster accountability of duty bearers and redefine our approaches and strategies. And I see that it's also reflected in the new strategic plan. Kindly join me in congratulating again the National Commission for Children on the strategic plan, and we look forward to see the results of the implementation of it. UNICEF has, over the years, supported and collaborated with the NCC in the following ways. Through the leadership of the National Commission on Children, spaces for children were created, enabling them to participate, for example, in budget development and hearings at local council level and at parliamentary level. The NCC played a pivotal role as convener of stakeholders to raise awareness on the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child and on the African Charter on the Rights of the Welfare of Children. The National Commission on Children is also playing a leading advocacy role for improved juvenile justice system, so that children do not lose their childhood because of their exposure to conflict with the law. These interventions are, of course, just a few. And they're done with active collaboration, always with the support and the leadership also of the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs. I would like to reinstate that UNICEF remains committed to supporting the National Commission on Children to promote children's rights to survival, development, participation, education, and their protection from violence, abuse, exploitation, and neglect. I wish for a very successful implementation of this strategy and that we all can be part in contributing to this success. Thank you very much, and for every child, protection and opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Eve. I want to see Eve from her arrival said UNICEF has been really key in working with young people currently. UNICEF have its youth advisory panel that works on education, which I've been working with strongly, and Eve has been very instrumental to that process. Thank you very much. Now we want to call on the next speaker, the representative from the Parliamentary Committee on Gender. I believe this person is going to be commitment to our lead, Honorable 𝐅𝐚𝐿𝐴. Let's put our hands together.
Thank you very much, Chairman, Madam First Lady. Parliament is busy. No Parliament can entertain. I want to stand on existing protocols and thank the NCC for putting together a wonderful document. This document shows the roadmap. It tells us how the Commission will be navigating its way through the engagement with children for the next 5 years. It's a wonderful document, and as a committee that is charged with the responsibility to oversee and supervise the activities of the Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs and its agencies, we are happy to be part of this engagement. We are happy to be part of this launch. And the mandate of this committee is obtained from Section 93, Subsection 3 and 6 of the 1991 Constitution, and of the Standing Orders 7, which gives Parliament and committee members the responsibility to conduct oversight and supervise those ministries, agencies, and departments that fall under each of these committees, for which the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs and the National Commission for Children falls under the Committee on Gender and Children's Affairs. Today, I'm here representing this committee on behalf of the chair, who is unavoidably absent. She's Honorable 𝐼𝐚𝐿𝐴 𝐁𝐢𝐴. She's unavoidably absent because she's engaged on other important activities. Not to say this one is not important. Of course, that is why I'm here, representing her. The issue of children is at the heart of Parliament. The issue of the Gender Ministry, Gender and Children's Ministry, is at the heart of Parliament. And one or two speakers mentioned the 5th Parliament, when the Child Rights Bill landed in Parliament. But honestly, that bill did not sit properly. At the time, it didn't sit properly. So, we had some challenges. Suffice it to say, though, that it is very important for us as a country, as a nation, to look at children issues, to see how best we can protect the survival of our children. It is important because we are here today, firstly, because we were children. We were children. And we had the protection perhaps and the guidance that saw us here today to talk on behalf of children. And therefore, on behalf of Parliament and on behalf of the committee, I want to say you have our fullest support this time around for any legislature that you think that is necessary from the ministry, from the commission, to pass into law that will enhance or improve the lives of our children in this country. I think the key thing that was lacking perhaps in the 5th Parliament, luckily I was there, I was part of the 5th Parliament, was engagement. And you know, Parliament is a house of law. Parliament is a house of engagement. Parliament is a house of lobbying. You lobby for the good reasons, not for the bad reasons, but for the good reasons. And therefore, from the Ministry of Gender's activities recently, we have observed collaboration with Parliament, especially with the Committee on Gender and Gender Affairs. Just as recent as last week, we were in the South and East engaging stakeholders on the review of the Child Rights Act of 2007. I was part of that engagement. I was involved. We went to Kenema to engage with the South and Eastern region. That engagement had to do with the Soviets, the paramount chiefs, and the parliamentarians, alongside the Ministry of Gender and Gender Affairs. So that in itself is a good path, first to engage Parliament, to engage our people. The consultation that was lacking is now in place. So Parliament now has good time to hear from the people, to hear from stakeholders in the fight against all those harmful traditional practices that our children are undergoing. So, on behalf of Parliament, we are happy to be here today. I will give our commitment to supporting the activities, the actions that will see our children survive in this country. And for the strategic plan, it's a good document that will take us through the next 5 years and make this nation and our children great. So on that note, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you very much and say, development partners, state and non-state actors, our children, our responsibility, our children, our future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Abdul-Karim. Our children are responsibility and our children are our future. Thank you so much for that commitment. And now we're going to welcome the Deputy Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Mr. Bibi Bwaka-Ezindoa, for his statement. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Chairman. Your Excellency, Madam First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Fatima Madam, Madam Commissioner, let me also stand on the recent protocols. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Madam Commissioner, before I start my statement, I want to kindly ask all of us to observe a minute of silence in solidarity of the first family. Our boss, Excellency the President, is bereaved. He lost a dear sister, elder to him, and as a country, we are in grief. He has soothed all sorts of people, but the rest is Africa. Your Excellency, Madam First Lady, on behalf of the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs, we are happy to be here today on this launch of the strategic plan of the National Commission for Children for the period 2024-2028. My statement is going to encapsulate thanks to the development partners, those that have been supporting the Commission and us as a ministry, because without them, we will not achieve and we will not be here today. So, Your Excellency, let me tell you that the ministry has been working collaboratively with the NCC and our development partners that are here to ensure that the interests of the children, which you are very, very pivotal standing in the gap to ensure that our children in this country have a safe haven. And for that, we want to thank you as a ministry, and we hope that God will continue to give you the strength to work. Today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in my capacity also, I feel very happy as the minister supervising the NCC to be a part of this launch. And I want to believe all what has been said as the ministry on behalf of the leader, the Honorable Minister Dr. 𝐼𝐻𝐻, she's also not here because we have several engagements, that we will support and will adopt all what has been presented on behalf of the Commission, and will continue to play a role as a brilliant ministry to ensure that the children of this country, women and girls, have a place and there's no one that's left behind. Let me also say that as a ministry, we are in consultation on the CRC. By tomorrow, we'll be in the Northwest to continue the consultation. 2 weeks ago, we were in the Southeast, and there are positive signs. I'm happy I heard from the MP that they will support us, all the partners who have spoken before me, that they will continue to support us. And as a ministry, we will continue to give the leadership. On that note, let me thank you. And I hope that after this deliberation today, we'll have a copy of it as a ministry, and we'll work to ensure that we achieve this one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to our Deputy Minister. That was very short, brief, and to the point. I'm happy to note that the consultations are already ongoing for the child rights bill, and that the ministry has also committed to ensure that we push it to Parliament as soon as possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming down to the most important part of this session today, which is the launch of our strategic plan of the National Commission for Children. I'm going to welcome somebody who has been a champion, not just for Sierra Leone, but across